Hey guys, welcome back to Jason Joni Builds. We're out here today. We want to talk about budget. So I've got my chief financial officer here. That's
Chief penny pincher.
yeah. So we can talk about what it cost us to build this thing. With that, stay tuned to the end of the video because we have just a real special message to you, and you have to wait till then to see. We just wanted to share with you the cost of a build like this. It's been quite a long process, and Joni has really been on me to do this and to keep receipts. And this is probably the best I've ever done.
It is.
Did I get an A?
A. I'll give him, compared to the past, he deserves an A.
So this
He's went from an F to an A.
Well, you don't ever think about it because if in the event that you want to sell your project later, when you sell it, if you sell it for a profit, you're going to have to find a way to show how much you spend on it because the IRS is going to ask for their portion. So that's the Bronco. And for those of you that haven't followed us through the whole build, there are close to 200 videos, I think, on YouTube of us building this thing. So the way they kind of scatter them out into playlist is kind of makes it hard to find sometimes. So we try to break them out in sheet metal and suspension and stuff like that. Maybe they'll give you some help. I hope they don't lead you astray. But one thing that'll help you stay on your path when you start a project is create a list. I created this list when we first started, and this kind of helps you keep track of where your expenditures need to go. What I tried to do was try to set a goal for each month, what I wanted done. And so as I ordered parts that I needed soon, rather than go buy a pretty seat or something, which you're not going to need to the end. So just try to spend your money as you go along so it keeps your build going, because I've seen so many people spend money on stuff that they'll need at the end, and then they never reach the end because they kind of burn out.
Like the seat sitting in someone's bedroom for a year or so before you actually need the seats.
So I wasn't going to burn out. I'm the type of person that I try to see through what I start. So.
Well, and also we had COVID to have to deal with too, so having issues with sometimes shipping and getting parts when we needed parts. So. That's
true, but so it all fell along pretty good, and I think for someone that I work full time, like most of you, and so doing this on the weekends, I can't even begin to count how many hours I should do that. Maybe I'll go back and try to give an estimate of hours what I think I spent on this, but if you look at the videos and how the videos came out, we were doing 3 a week for a while, then we went to 2, then we went to 1, but there's just so much, so many hours in this thing.
So when we get to the budget part, this does not include labor.
Yeah, this is just dollars. This is money out of our hands, and so we'll go ahead and get into that. And like I say, when I had every receipt, this is like Lowe's and going to Advance Auto Parts.
Lots of these little bitty ones like
this. Yes, and
but just because it's little does not mean it has a little amount on it.
Right. I found this one today, so this needs to be added to the list. This was just, sometimes they'll get shoved on my toolbox, but so here's the big number, and it's kind of hard to say without feeling a little indigestion. But what I can count in receipts is $54,000.
What?
I can't believe that just come out of my mouth. There's $54,000 right there. So a lot of you guys that are sitting around looking at Barrett Jackson going, boy, those Broncos aren't worth that. Or you see a Bronco for sale on these marketplace and they're $50,000, $60,000. I challenge you to build one. like we did. I didn't use a lot of this Bronco was just gone. So everything was basically new. So, yeah, $54,000.
Not including labor.
No labor.
So when you see these high prices, that's why.
And you can kind of understand it. I understand not everybody can afford that. We can't afford that, but it's something that we've done over time. We spent the money over time, and it doesn't hurt as bad. We don't do a lot of things, especially during COVID. We didn't do anything. We worked on the Bronco.
Well, I'm also a budgeter, so I'm a Dave Ramsey fan, so.
She is. And
he knows, like, if he starts ordering parts, I'll call him in there, like, okay, this is what you can do this month.
So she's really the best with money, so I can't complain. It's amazing what we've been able to do. So this leads to another question that we've been asked quite a bit, since we've been to the car shows and stuff. Is it for sale? I'll be honest with you. I've never kept anything I've built.
He hasn't.
It's not that I don't like what I build. It's like somebody the best way I can describe it is somebody putting together a puzzle. They spend days, weeks, whatever, doing this nice, neat puzzle, and it's on the table. Cool. Put it in a box, put it away. Some people spray it and hang it on the wall. And to me, it's a challenge. I like to challenge myself, and I really enjoy this Bronco, enjoy driving it. So am I saying that we're going to actively try to sell it? I don't know, but I'm not. I can't sit here and tell you that I'm going to keep it forever when I know me. I just, I'm being honest. So we've been an open book. I think it's fair to say through this whole build, me and Joni have tried to be as open and straightforward with everything with this build. When I make a mistake, and I've made a bunch, we try to make light to it. But I know where I was going with all that. Was my projects fund future projects? That makes sense?
It does.
Okay, so that's that's honestly how when we started with nothing. When I say we started with nothing, me and Joni basically started with nothing. And
oh yeah, when we first got married, you took like a extra job to fund your hobby.
Yeah, my racing. I wanted to build a race car, so I was changing tires on the weekend just so I could build me a race car. So but I saw it through. I've built that stuff, and so my hobby has always funded my hobby. So that's probably the best way to put it. I don't know why I hadn't thought about that. All this rambling, I could have just said it like that, and we'd have been done with this, and they'd have saved 3 minutes of their life. So as I build something, I sell it, and then I can get the next big thing in my brain, and I can buy it and build it and do whatever. And so, to be honest, my girls are growing, and my oldest, she'll be driving here in just over a year, a year and a half maybe. And I really want to be a part of her first vehicle and what we buy for her. And I would like to buy her something that we can work on a little bit together and we can build. So I'm kind of thinking that'll be the next vehicle project. Joni's already got a huge project in line for me. So
well, house honeydews. It's not necessarily that I want done. There's things that's falling apart that needs to be done.
Necessary stuff. So I've got a long list of that kind of stuff to do. So I guess, and finally, to wrap this video up, I know you guys, some of y'all probably already bailed out on us. So as far as the special message, we have decided that we have let YouTube run its course. We've really enjoyed getting to meet so many people and being a small part of you guys' Monday morning for quite a while. And we really appreciate you guys watching. It's just the pace where I don't think that we can continue anymore. But, as my girls are growing, that I need to be spending more time with them, and they're getting more and more involved, and that's where I need to be. And again, we just really want to thank you, and thank you for making this channel so successful, because it has been. And I hope to see you at some shows in the future. So, we're always here. So if there's ever anything, you guys can still email us, contact us, and we'll be glad to help out anytime we can. So from us to y'all, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Y'all take care.